back all. It's literally 2 minutes after we had to push the Ultra Limited onto the van, so I'm still hot. But that will stop very soon because outside I think it's 2 degrees. It's snowing up north. I'm hoping I'll just about manage to dodge all of the snowstorms by literally a few miles. I think Birmingham is slightly below it, but later on it will get back down to freezing. So I'm on a semi-race against the clock here to get up the 3 hours north to Birmingham on the Harley Davidson Road Glide. But because it's so cold, even with the wind protection, I'm gonna take everything I've got. Gilet, winter gloves, on top of the winter gloves, thermal waterproof overlining gloves, thermal bottoms, ski socks, thermal top, the thickest, most heavy-duty winter waterproof thermal everything jacket that I've got, and on top of that, I'll be wearing another waterproof jacket to stop any more wind chill, heaviest duty hood jeans that I've got, and on top of the hood jeans, on top of the thermals, again, waterproofs to stop the wind chill with my thermal neck roll. Luckily, there's loads of storage on the Harley, so this will all fit in easily. Just need to pack some clothes for the bike show tomorrow, and that's it. 3 hours north, here we come. There's probably no other ride that I'm going to need a mile muncher than today. 3 hours, it's horrible pouring rain, close to freezing. I need wind protection, comfort, somewhere easy to take all of my layers. And this emphatically ticks every single box. Just makes life so much easier. I can just throw the bags in like that. And even on a grey day like today, that green paintwork and the chrome just sparkles. Such a stunning looking bike. Oh, I can't believe my luck. I've had 2 brand new beast level Harley Davidsons. One, admittedly, I rode for 5 minutes, but 2 in the past 24 hours to experience. Very lucky. I'm feeling really unpleasantly hot now. You have to have that feeling though, when you're going on a cold ride. You have to be inside, put all your layers on, and just be dripping buckets and very, very uncomfortable, because that will change within 10 minutes of being on the motorway doing 70 miles an hour to being very, very cold. So I think I've got the balance just about right. I actually don't think, even if the temperature drops to 1 degree, which it may do, I don't think I'm going to be cold with all of this wind protection and all of the layers that I've got on. This will be the first time I've shown you as well. The sound from this 1.9 litre, 107 horsepower beast.
Grandstand. Yeah, £50,000 up for...
Been going for 1 hour 45 minutes, and I could just start to feel my hands going because I couldn't be bothered to put on the overlay of gloves, so I only had one pair on. But that's it. That's all that was getting cold. That massive screen on the Harley Davidson makes such a massive difference. I had no wind chill on my body at all, which is something that I've pretty much never experienced for winter riding. So once I put those thicker gloves on, I'm riding almost like it's any other day with no coldness at all. Obviously, when I get inside any building, I look absolutely ridiculous. But on the bike, yeah, this is enough for me, and it's touching freezing at the moment. I remember it's very different. When I used to ride to work, when I was about 25 years old, the only transport I had was a motorbike, this old Suzuki that almost never started. And I would have to ride to my warehouse job in the evening that started at 8 p.m. And I'd have to ride for about 25 minutes from my home in Kingston, southwest London, over to where this B&Q warehouse was. And I couldn't afford any warm gear. So really, all I wore was my standard B&Q work outfit, maybe with a cheap pair of ovals over the top, just to kind of stop the wind chill a bit. But I would ride at -2 degrees. I remember getting on the bike when I finished my shift at about midnight, and there was ice on the road and snow everywhere, and it was bitter, and I was screaming into my helmet because I was so cold. But now, when you've got a bike like that, the Harley Davidson, polar opposite end of the spectrum, it's a revelation, especially for these harsh environments when you're riding, compared to the old Suzuki that I used to have. And on top of that, John Waugh, the owner of Europe's oldest Harley Davidson dealership, every day, rain or shine, December or July, he rides to work on his Street Glide, which is similar to what I've got, huge front fairing, and he says it's absolutely fine. The wind protection is so good now, you turn the radio on, you're in your little cocoon, and everything's glorious. And he's absolutely right. I have a little warm-up, little break, Pret coffee, and a sandwich. And then, final hour to go. You know what? I was about to lie then and pretend that I'm worn out. I'm not worn out at all. That was easy on the Harley Davidson. I honestly think that the best genre for mile munching is the cruiser genre of motorcycles. Nothing gives you that, just that glorious laid back comfort, sofa level type seat. And with the added wind protection there, I could probably have gone on for another couple of hours. Even bearing in mind that I got a warning that popped up on the dash about half an hour before I arrived here, and it said, warning, temperature has hit 1 degree. So I think by the end of it, it had hit freezing because there's snow on a lot of the car windscreens outside. So clearly it's been snowing at some point today. Harley Davidson, they have treated me incredibly well with this. This isn't a little small hotel on the outskirts of town. This hotel, the Crowne Plaza, 4-star hotel, beautiful place. It's within the NEC complex. This is within the complex where Motorcycle Live is happening. In fact, you can probably see out the window a whole load of neon lights for restaurants, a casino and things like that. So tomorrow morning, I just have to roll downstairs and I'm at Motorcycle Live. I'm also feeling so fresh. I'm going to go and look for some food and see what's in the local area. Judging by outside, there'll be a good selection of food and places to just have a little explore. So I'll take you with me. But I do have some bad news. That is my waterproof over jacket that I've had 12 years, and it's lost its waterproof properties. I didn't know that was a thing. My trousers are soaking wet and my jacket was also soaking wet. So that will have to go in the bin because it no longer fulfills its purpose. Right, I'll give you a room tour and then I'll take you with me. I'm feeling so good, so fresh. I'll take you with me and I'll show you around the area. Let's see what's going on in this part of Birmingham. Room tour, and let's start at the bathroom. Compact, functional, with everything I need. In the hallway, a cupboard with, yes, thank you. I was going to have to ask for that, otherwise that's brilliant. With an iron and an ironing board included. Bed area, all extremely nicely done with. The most important thing for me when I stay in a hotel, I love it when they've got a big smart TV. That is a very welcome sight. Little area there for coffee with a nice lounge area in the corner. And that is, to the best of my knowledge, what we're looking at here, the corner of the NEC complex. I think behind me is where the main stuff is, and this is the very edge of what's going on around about those neon lights and casino area over there. So I think what I'm going to do is not head over in this direction here. I'm going to go behind me in this direction over here. I've just spent the past 10 minutes walking in directly the opposite direction. It turns out that the neon lights that my room's overlooking is exactly where I need to head. So heading over there now. Hopefully some stuff will still be open. That was ridiculously good. I think I've only had Vietnamese food about twice in my life before, but that was so good that I now want to go to Vietnam, because if that's standard food in Vietnam, couple a motorbike adventure with food that good, done. I'm sold. It's also very interesting. Whenever you go to a restaurant by yourself, you basically just make yourself amused, and I do that often by, sounds a bit pathetic saying this, listening to other people's conversations, and it's just really interesting hearing the type of people there are. Again, in that restaurant, I think probably 60% at least of people in there are here for this big motorbike event. I heard people from, I heard a group from Australia, another group from the US, and a couple of guys from Scotland as well. So I think this is probably going to take over the whole area where I am now for the next 7 to 10 days. such a good film. I was hoping there'd be a film I really wanted to see. Turn on the TV and Master and Commander with Russell Crowe pops up. Just the most perfect timing. This is a brilliant, brilliant film. And I also, on top of the film, I love days like today where a new bike arrives. It never gets old, honestly. I know I'm lucky enough to test out lots of different bikes, but it never gets old, a new bike arriving. It's like a lottery win, just seeing that new bike getting pushed off the van. It's a very, very exciting feeling. And to know it's downstairs after having a nice 3-hour ride today with the Harley Davidson parked outside the hotel and getting to stay in a new place, just soak it all in at the end of the day, unwind with a film. It's really nice. I really enjoy days like this. I always remember them. So I'll wrap it up there. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I'll see you all bright and early, I'm sure, about 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching.